you do any old type of thing. And God is saying, you have to understand the value that I put into you. In order for you to know that something is different about you and there be a change behavior or something different in your life that represents who he is, you have to know your value in God. Prime example, because y'all looking at me like I'm crazy. This is a dollar bill, right? Now picture it if it was a 5, a 20, and I promise I'll give it back. Thank you. Picture if it was a 5, a 20, $100 bill. Even if it's $1, who wouldn't want this? Do y'all want it? If y'all talk back to me, it'll go a little quicker. This is $1, right? Who wouldn't want it? Y'all want it? If I throw it out there, y'all gonna catch it? If I go to McDonald's right now with this $1, I can get a whole lot of stuff. I get a whole lot of stuff for $1. But even if I go like this, or like this, or go like this, or just crumble it up, do you still want it? Because it's still $1. No matter what I do to this $1, it's still $1. So if I unfold it, it's still $1, but picture you are this $1. And you profess to have the love of God, and you profess to be a Christian. You've been baptized, been saved, and you say, God, I go to church and I believe in you, but then life storms come around and try to bend you this way and try to make you do things that you know you shouldn't be doing, and going places you know you shouldn't be going, and hanging with the wrong type of people that you know you shouldn't be hanging around. Then your parents start getting on your nerves. We start getting on their nerves. Then the whole house is just a mess, and then finances want to start messing up, and health issues. Regardless of what comes your way or what happens, you are still hold the value that God has placed within you. You still hold the value that God has placed within you. But here's what happens. When something different is changed about you, your attitude begins to change. So you begin to say, no matter what the world does to me, no matter how much the enemy tries to compress me, no matter what happens to come my way and tries to destroy me, I know that I still have a trust in God. I still have a faith in God. I know that if I wait and trust on Jesus, God can straighten everything back out. God can begin to straighten out the crooked places. He can begin to strengthen me and begin to have an encouragement within me. So no matter what happens in my life, I still hold the value, but God can straighten it out. How many of you know that regardless of what God does in my life, regardless of what things happen in my life, as long as I begin to stand on the word of God, if I have communication with him, if I have a love of God, if I believe in God, no matter what happens in my life, I still hold the value that God has placed within me. God bless you. You have to begin to understand and see from a different perspective. See yourself in a different light. You have to begin to do something different. Do something different than what you've never done before. Why? Because you realize that I have communication with him. God would never leave me nor forsake me. He's willing to do exceedingly abundantly above all that I could ever ask or think. Why? Because he loves me that much. He loves me that much. And I have the value within. That's why I can't let no boy come to me any old type of way. That's why I can't let no girl come to me any old type of way. That's why I can't just talk to my parents any old type of way. I can't have a talk when I come in church this way, and then when I leave and go home, I got a different type of talk, and I start cussing and fussing. I can't do all that. Why? Because I have the value that God placed within me. Let's get back to the word. Why? Because it says, consider it pure joy. My brothers, joy. Consider it joy whenever you face trials of many kinds. Wait a minute, I'm supposed to have joy when I face trials? When people are getting on my nerves and hating on me at school, and I got to fight this one and that one, and I feel like I got to defend myself every 2 seconds of the day, I got to consider it joy. I got to consider this joy when I'm going through hell and I just can't catch a break. Some of y'all are frustrated now. God, can I just catch a break? Can I just get a break, please? I got this thing going on, and I got that one going on, and then as soon as I turn the corner, I got this one going on, and can I just catch a break, God? We're just tired, but James says, consider it pure joy. Can I give y'all a hint? And this is the reason why something ought to change and something ought to be different. And some of you, it's your perspective and your mindset that ought to change. The reason why is because he didn't say consider it pure joy when you go through the same thing over and over and over again. He didn't say that. Did y'all hear? Yeah, he didn't say that. Because if you go through the same thing over and over and over again, he may just be trying to teach you a lesson that you ain't learned yet. Hello? The same circumstance, just different people. The same, am I the only one? The same scenario, just different people, different place, different time. The same thing over and over and over again. Do you not know that doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results is called insanity? Some of y'all insane. I ain't said. Some of y'all is crazy doing the same thing over and over and over again, but you expect different results. You know how I know? Mom, can I please have the keys to the car? Can I have $20, please? Dad, I just need $20. Can I have $20, please? Can I have the keys to the car? But yet you ain't clean your room. You ain't take the garbage out when they asked you to. You're doing the same thing. And don't get on. I'm not getting on y'all because I do the same thing. But yet I expect different results. Ain't that crazy? Y'all looking at me like I'm crazy. It's the same thing, but you expecting something different to happen. So if you're going through the same situation over and over and over again, God is saying, no, I'm just trying to teach you a lesson, sweetheart, because you ain't get it the first time. The reason why you're still going through the same hurt and the same pain is because you might just not have learned what you were supposed to learn the first time around. So I got to take you through another test over again so that you get it the second time. And if you don't get it this time, then guess what? I got to take you over here, go through the same thing, just different people, different situation, different place and time, but the same circumstance because I'm trying to get you to learn something. But this ain't what James is talking about. I'm just trying to set it up for you. He says, consider it pure joy whenever you face trials of many kinds. That means when the light bills due, when the gas is billed too, and then the kids want to start acting up, and then the kids go to school and they getting suspended, or you got this going on and that going on, and then the health issues want to start acting up, and then, do I have any witnesses in the house? You just can't catch a break, and God is saying, you got to consider that pure joy. Because that's when you're facing trials of many kinds. It's not just one thing, but when it's another thing and then another thing and then another thing, that's when you know you can stand. Why? Because I'm making perseverance, because I know that the testing of your faith develops perseverance. And perseverance must finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. God is saying that I am telling you that if you face many trials of many kinds, it is testing your faith because it's developing perseverance. James doesn't say if you face trials, but whenever you face them. See, we think we become Christians because we think life is just supposed to be smooth sailing after that. That I just won't have to face any type of trials. I'll get saved and my life will be peachy keen. I'll get saved and I'm just going to walk on water. This is great. No, he didn't say that. We have to face trials because, can I give you the third point? God is more concerned with your character than he is your comfort. God is more concerned with developing your character than he is your comfort. This ain't a message to make you shout, because some of you all have been trying to figure out, God, why? God, why? No, regardless of what age you're in, God, why? Why do I have to go through this? What is this going on? He says, because I'm working this out. In order for you to stand in me, in order for you to keep standing, in order for you to stand on the promises of God, you have to know me. Something different ought to be about you. You should act different. Your mindset should be different. Your perspective should be different. And then I'm more concerned with developing character and integrity in you. I'm more concerned with developing who you are as a person and who I've made you to be, a chosen person, a chosen generation, a royal priesthood. You got to know your value and who you are in God, because I've developed you to be a person out of maturity and out of character, because I'm developing in you patience and perseverance, not lacking anything. There's a song that's out. And I'm a pastor, I'm not explicit, so I'm not going to say the words, all that there are. But there's a song that says, why